Welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and the game we're going to talk about today is Super C, or Super Contra. So my earliest memories of Super Contra, well, Super C, was actually in the arcade. Yes, my Sears had an arcade, and I saw Super Contra, and I was like, holy crap, this is the sequel to Contra, and wow, it's still hard. And of course, when it came out to the NES, it came under the name Super C. From what I heard, there was some kind of Iran-Contra scandal, so they didn't want to put Contra in the title of this. But to me, it's still Super Contra. So even though I played the original Contra first, I never got past the third level, which was the waterfall, but I actually beat Super Contra before I beat the original Contra. Even though I think the original Contra is more iconic, I think Super C has a lot less cheap kills, the challenge is much more balanced. Well, it's still a challenging game, don't get me wrong, it's not a walk in the park, but it's definitely a lot less challenging than the original Contra because you didn't have cheap kills like the car that was going to mow you down, all the spike traps, and you know, those mine carts and the giant robot. It's a Contra game, it's going to be difficult, but I feel like the challenge of Super C is just right. Although I am a bit mixed on some of the stage changes, like we don't have those isometric stages from the first Contra anymore, but we have more of the top-down stages and you can't shoot your gun all the way. Which adds a lot more challenge since you have to get a bit closer, but once you get good at it, you can kind of blaze through these levels pretty quickly. And while I think the music of the first game is a bit more iconic, I think the music of Super C is a lot richer, a lot more intense, and definitely fits the mood better in my opinion, because I thought a lot of the songs in the original Contra were a bit on the lighthearted side, but Super Contra definitely keeps a more intense feel with the music. Probably my favorite music in the game is level 6, where you're in like Jagger Freud's Fruit of the Doom, according to the manual. Fruit of the Doom, that's good, that's good. Like, it just sounds so sinister. And so about the challenge of this game, yes, there are a lot less cheap kills, but there are a lot of challenging parts. Like, I recall one of the most difficult parts was in the third level where you have to fight the robot walker, and then after that you have to get past the earthquake where the ground like crumbles below you, and I tried to run through it and I realized you couldn't do that. So when I rented the game for the first time, I couldn't get past the third level on the part where there was the earthquake, but then when I rented it again, I was able to beat it. Then the fourth level, I remember, yeah, it was a level where you had to hop up on the elevators, and then after that they have that boss where the lasers shoot down at you like in consecutive motion. I'm like, holy crap, this is like a domino effect of lasers and shit. And of course the mountain level was pretty easy to beat in my opinion, although the boss of it looked a bit freaky because it was like a flying skull spaceship. Yeah, I think this game got a little more on the demonic side. And then my favorite level, level 6, you know, Jagger Freud's Fruit of the Doom. Now this is where most of the cheap kills of this game come. Not as bad as the original Contra, like the mouths that just come from the floor, and then all those bugs that come from the walls, and I think you fight Jagger Freud himself at the end. I don't even know what he's really called. Well, like you shoot like those snakes at the beginning, and then his face comes out, then you go inside into the next level where you have to kill those pods with the spiders, and then you have to destroy Cabbage. Yes. Alien Cabbage. I can just imagine Scorpion and Mad Dog shooting that cabbage and saying, you don't make friends with salad, you don't make friends with salad, burgers for life! And then the last stage, you know, the purple alien stage, like with all the crazy falling ceilings. I remember the falling ceiling and then those baby fetuses in the bubbles coming after you. I'm like, holy shit, I was almost crushed by the ceiling, but then all these like killer fetuses are gonna kill me, holy shit. And then at the end you fight this mole thing with a woman's face on it where you have to shoot up in the eye. And I think that's Red Falcon, I don't know what it's called, or maybe, I think it's called Beast Kimco according to the Japanese version. I don't really know what it's called, but I just remember big lady face alien, kill it, yeah, it's dead. And then we get the spectacular ending, which is just a helicopter. After all that trouble, just a helicopter. I mean, at least the original Contra had the helicopter escaping the island and some text, and that was it. We just got the credits. All that trouble for pretty much nothing. But the experience was pretty cool. And yes, there is a 10 lives code, not a 30 lives code, but a 10 lives code. but you don't input it like the Konami code, up, down, left, B, I start. I kind of forgot what it was, I'll just post it here, but yeah, even with the 10 lives, you still have to put a bit of effort into beating this game. And I've gotten good enough at this game to actually beat it without dying once, and I've actually beaten it like 3 times in a row before. I wish there was more I could say about Super C, but it's still a very, very solid game, and I still recommend it, and you can get it on the Virtual Console, and it's actually playable on the NES Mini, although the original Contra's not. So that ends this episode of awesome video game memories about Super C, and if you have any memories about this game, make sure to leave those in the comments below. Take care.
Having fun? Well, you guys should totally go check us out at twitch.tv/BattleGeekPlus.
This video is sponsored by Elgato Gaming. For the best in video game capture and streaming, you can purchase your own with the affiliate links down below.
Hey, you guys having fun here? Well, help support our efforts at patreon.com/BattleGeekPlus.